Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video on the SciLE Stats YouTube channel. And today, as you can see, we have probably the most to talk about of any any of my videos so far. But of course, before we get to any of it, we have to do our random team shout out. So, congratulations to Fox homeschoolers from Illinois for getting first place in optics at the Harlem Invitational. Congratulations, Fox homeschoolers. Now, let's get into our massive laundry list of things here. So, we're going to start with probably the least interesting, what I considered the least interesting state results, and then work our way up to some more interesting ones. Starting, of course, with Alabama. So, Alabama, not a super competitive state on the national scene, but congratulations to the Alabama School of Fine Arts for being the state champion yet again. This is the school that I predicted would be state champion. They've been state champion for who knows how many years. I suppose I can check that real quick. Science Olympiad Wiki. There we go. You want to know anything about any of these states? Just type that. Just type the state and then SciLE Wiki, and it'll give you a list like this. So let's see here. Alabama School of Fine Arts. Actually, they were only state champion last year, and that looks like the first time that they were state champion. Yeah, looks like it. So, but yeah, congratulations to Alabama School of Fine Arts for, of course, being the state champion, keeping your streak running. I like it. Next, we're going to move on to DC states. They call it states. Of course, DC is not a state. And probably the most interesting thing about these state results is that I completely forgot about DC. I didn't even put them on my document until I saw their state results on Duosmium. So sorry, DC, but congratulations to Basis DC for being the state champion yet again. I didn't make a prediction for this because I forgot about them, but you got to trust me. This is the school that I would have picked. They've been, again, state champion for who knows how long. But they were definitely state champion last year and probably years before that as well. So congratulations, Basis, for being the state champion. Next, we're going to talk about Maryland. So let's go to Maryland. No surprises here. Centennial takes it. Centennial, one of the more competitive teams, not, up here in the top 20, not quite, but yeah, Centennial, not a bad team at all. So no shocker here that they take the Maryland state champion status again by a healthy margin too. So congratulations to Centennial. Next, we got North California. California, of course, probably the most competitive state nationally. And again, no surprises here. Well, there is a little bit of a surprise, but no surprise with the first place here. Monte Vista, congratulations for taking first place in Northern California again by quite a healthy margin. But once we move out of the first place spot, we get some interesting results here. So Castro Valley actually beat Mountain View. I don't know when the last time this happened was, but yeah, Castro Valley, definitely a school to keep an eye on in future years. If Mountain View is a school we keep an eye on, then Castro Valley should certainly be there, beating Mountain View only by 1 point. Obviously, not a significant gap there. But regardless, very evenly matched schools here, so we should definitely keep an eye on both of those in future years. Next, we're going to move on to Indiana. So Indiana, I had in the back of my mind as a potential for an upset. Northridge was doing quite well in some tournaments, competing against Carmel, and I think in some even beating Carmel. But Carmel did manage to pull it out by 8 points. Let's see. Munster. Okay, so I'll just read this. There are no upsets in terms of national teams, but Northridge beating Munster by 12 is significant. Munster's been second in Indiana since 2019. Also, the gap between Northridge and Carmel was not significant, so there's our answer to that one. You only need to remove wind power or what is that? I don't know, something, some other event, to for oh, sorry. Oh, you only need to remove wind power, and Northridge will win by 2 points. That's what I'm saying here. Anyway, Carmel had a total of 3 bombs, while Northridge had one. So it's kind of hard to tell if Carmel got lucky or not there. Obviously, saying they had 3 bombs, it's like, okay, you could have gotten unlucky there, but Northridge only having like Northridge not beating Carmel, even though they had far like not far less, but less bombs than Carmel, is I think pretty lucky, because typically when a team bombs 3 times the events that their second place counterpart bombs, then they usually lose. So hard to tell if Carmel got lucky or not there. Regardless, Carmel takes the first place spot in Indiana. So congratulations, Carmel. Next, we're going to move on to Wisconsin. Again, one of the most competitive states this year. Wisconsin. This is the order that I predicted: Marquette, then Madison West, and congratulations to both of those teams. Madison West will almost certainly get a spot at Nationals, even if it didn't say so on Duosmium, because Alaska probably did not run a state tournament for Division C this year. But let's see what I said here. Nothing extremely surprising here to note, though it's worth looking at how close Madison West and Marquette were. And yeah, you can see that 3 points there. I probably commented on if it was a significant gap. Um, Also, both teams beat third place by over 100 points. And if you only look at events that both competed in, one of the two took first place in all the events. So Wisconsin, of course, runs their competitions a little differently. They have more official events than every other state, but any team that competes in Wisconsin can choose to exclude, I forget, 5 or 6 events from their team score. So oftentimes what teams will do, especially competitive teams, is they'll say, okay, we're just not going to compete in these events. That way we don't need to worry about studying for them. And then we'll just choose to exclude them from our score. So yeah, any events that either Marquette or Madison West competed in, they got first in. So yeah, that shows you how thoroughly these two teams dominated their competition this year. So congratulations once again to Marquette and Madison West. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, actually, we can take a look at this real quick, to see here if this was a significant gap. It's looking like no, probably. If I drop like forensics here, for instance, let's just look at this real quick. If we drop forensics, no. Wish I could scroll. I don't have like a scroll bar down here, so I can do this. There we go. It looks like that actually was a significant gap. Despite being such a small gap, if we add forensics back in here, yeah, you can't. So, like, Madison West didn't compete in Write It, Do It here. Marquette did. I don't know why I said that, because if you dropped it, Marquette's score would drop by more. But yeah, pretty much the largest gap you can get here is a third to first. So yeah, not that it actually is a significant gap, despite how small it seems. Next, let's move on here. We're going to talk about Nevada. So, Nevada, yeah, okay, nothing super interesting to note here, because we don't have the scores yet, at least not last I checked. They might be out now. I haven't actually checked today. I just wanted to get this video out. But yeah, no surprise here. Edward Clark wins by an indeterminate amount as of now. They are the team I expected to win, so it's no surprise they did win. Congratulations to Edward Clark. Louisiana. So, Louisiana, not really any surprises here. Again, Baton Rouge Magna, they were the state champion at least last year. Not sure how long they've been the state champion for, but they did beat their competition by a very healthy margin, so congratulations to Baton Rouge Magnet. Kentucky. So Kentucky's always fun to look at, because DuPont completely dominates in Kentucky. Yeah, you thought Marquette and Madison West dominated in Wisconsin. DuPont sends three teams to states, and they each take first, second, and third. So a little disappointing to see no other Kentucky team can really, put up numbers even kind of even close to these. But regardless, congratulations to DuPont Manual for being the state champion and the runner-up and third place in Kentucky. So next we're going to move on to Oklahoma. So Oklahoma, if I remember correctly, oh no, it's not. So I was going to say it's an upset, but no, it's not. I predicted the Cassidy School to win. Indeed, they did win by a decent margin too. So congratulations, Cassidy School. I am curious if Cassidy School won last year in Oklahoma. Yes, they did. Okay, so no upsets there. Whoops. There we go. All right. What are we talking about next? Utah. Let's go to Utah here. So, another state we don't have the scores for, but we do know who won. Congratulations to Waterford in Utah for winning. They're the team that I predicted to win. So that is why the Utah is highlighted blue. Congratulations, Waterford. Next, we're going to move on to Tennessee. So this is where things start to get interesting. So I'm going to call it now. This year is a bit of a year for upsets. So Tennessee, you're probably tired of hearing me say this, but this is yet again an upset. Ravenwood, not only did I predict to win, but Sentient Tree predicted to win as well. So yes, definitely an upset here. White Station, not sure if this is a significant margin, but last year White Station got 5th and Ravenwood's been the champion for 2 years. And last year they won by 31 points. So I'm not really sure what happened here with Ravenwood. Maybe they got complacent, and that allowed a different team to swoop in and take it here. But yeah, White Station has been to nationals before, but not since 2021. So congratulations to White Station for dethroning Ravenwood and being the Tennessee state champion. Okay, now we're going to talk about Colorado, and this might be the most confusing state of all of these. So, yeah, does anyone know what Fossil Ridge is doing? Let me explain here. So, last year, Fossil Ridge, I can show you this because I have the 2024 states here. So, last year, Fossil Ridge, if you super scored them, they I don't have their second team on here, but I think their second team got 3rd or 4th or something. But if you super scored them, they would have beaten Homeschool Science by quite a bit, if I remember correctly. And this year, the same thing happened. Fossil Ridge, both their teams did pretty well. And if you super scored their teams together, they beat Homeschool Science again. So, and last year, I remember I made a comment about it. That this was maybe a poor coaching decision here. The coach put some of their best people on their B roster when they should have put them on their A roster, or maybe they're just going I don't know. So okay, I'm just gonna read this. For the last 3 years, Fossil Ridge has lost, but they've won when you super score them. And this year they win by 35 points when you super score them. So I almost feel like this has to be done on purpose, but I really have no idea why. Why would you not want your team to go to nationals? Even if your team doesn't have the resources to finance a national trip, which I get, right? I mean, some schools are far less funded than others. They don't have the capacity to fundraise for their team, whatever. I get it. But at least take the first place and then tell your state science Olympiad board or whatever that, hey, our team can't raise the funds to go to nationals, so we're dropping out, and you can give it to second place, which would likely be Homeschool Science. So Fossil Ridge can at least take home the first place state trophy, and then Homeschool still goes to nationals. So the only other explanation that I can think is that there has to be either extremely bad coaching on this team, or there's bias in roster selection. So the coach has kids, and he wants or she wants the kids to to be on the A roster, even if they're not that great. That would be a reason. It's not a good reason, but it is a reason. And I really don't know which of these options it is. So if you have any insider info into this team, please feel free to share. I really don't know what's going on with this team. But regardless, even if I feel like homeschool science didn't really deserve it, congratulations to homeschool science for being the Colorado state champion. So we're going to move on to Kansas. Let's see here. Kansas. So Kansas, this is a change from last year. Last year, the state champion was Blue Valley North. This year, it's Blue Valley West. I did predict that correctly. However, the margins are extremely close. By a squeaker. Blue Valley West wins and overthrows the former state champion, Blue Valley North. So congratulations to Blue Valley West. By the way, Kansas, can you get some more more unique school names? There are like 3 or 4 with Blue Valley, and then it's just a cardinal direction. Like, come on, man. Anyway, congratulations to Blue Valley West. So we're going to move on to Arizona now. So Arizona is right here. So this is yet another upset. So or actually, I'm not sure if this is an upset or not. I had University predicted to win, but I'm really not sure why, considering University really didn't do well at all at the Arizona State Champion or Arizona State Tournament. You can see University down here in 6th place and not even close to, to being first. So I'm not really sure why I expected University to win. Basis Chandler here actually has quite the large margin over these other teams. So I guess this team just flew under the radar for me this year. Okay, here we go. Here's some more information. Basis Chandler didn't even have doesn't have a Siley wiki page, which is very strange because even like state champions from the most obscure states get Siley wiki pages. Even some random teams in like Wyoming get Siley wiki pages. So it's really strange for a team that at the very least contended for their state champion status to not have a Siley wiki page. Also, University has been the state champ for the past 2 years, and before it was swapping rankings with Catalina Foothills for years, which means that this state champion is fairly long running, fairly established. They got 4th at states last year, although they did okay at a few invitationals apparently. So I guess that's why. And I guess just the lack of data for Arizona teams. And I saw University doing pretty okay at some invitationals, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just say that. But obviously not a very accurate prediction. But I never claimed to be the smartest person in Siley predicting history. But congratulations to Basis Chandler, even if I'm a little confused about how you did it or where you came from. Regardless, congratulations. Now, we're going to move on to New Hampshire, and this is like a little Christmas present for me because I kind of forget why New Hampshire's so noteworthy to put it at the bottom here. Once I find it, here we go. Ooh, yeah, that is interesting. Okay. Wow, what an upset. Lebanon has been the state champion for 3 years, and now they fall to Phillips Exeter Academy? Yeah. Who was last state champion in 2021. So again, not their first time going to nationals, but still quite an upset. Lebanon, a fairly established state champion. Not, of course, the most established, but still, state champion for 3 years. That's usually pretty hard to shake, especially in a not competitive state like New Hampshire. In fact, I don't even see Lebanon on the we don't have New Hampshire state, so that's a shame. So that's probably why. I don't. Okay, I'm remembering how I got this information. So on the New Hampshire website, there's just a list of I think the top 3 teams. There are no full results. There are no scores given. So I don't know the scores, and I don't know where Lebanon placed. I imagine 4th or 5th, but I mean, really, who knows? But yeah, congratulations to Phillips Exeter Academy for being the new New Hampshire state champion. And dethroning a decently established state champion. So that's going to do it for this video. I know, we just had another round of state competitions yesterday, and from what I've heard, some of them are pretty interesting and very much worth talking about and diving into. And in fact, the South California state results are on Duosmium, but I wanted to save those for next video, which will hopefully come out in the next couple days. If we get full Texas and Illinois state results on Duosmium in the next couple days, then I will probably make a video, when those come out. But for now, that will do it for this video. I guess I didn't say this, but no changes to my top 10 or top 30. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day. Bye.